Hi, welcome to our AP Stats playlist. Today we're looking at 7.2, finding the indicated probability of the standard normal random variable z. So first thing we know, if I sketch out the normal, I should use a brighter color than that. If I sketch out the normal probability density function, it is symmetric about the mean is 0, and our standard deviation equals 1. So what this is saying is what's the area for probability, that's the area under the curve for some interval. So our first question is asking us what's the probability that z is less than 1.93. Well, this is saying left of 1.93 standard deviations. So my inflection point is at sigma equals 1. That's about here. 2 sigmas about here. So what my problem is asking me, it's saying if I'm at 1.96 sigma, what is the area under the curve from negative infinity to 2 sigma? Well, if I remember my normal distribution curve rules, the empirical rule, I know that there's 50% on the left, 50% on the right. If I'm going to 1 sigma, it's 34%. And then to 2 sigma, it's another 13.5%. So I should be a little bit less than, this would be 50%. If I add these up, I'm going to get 97.5%. So this value should be a little bit less than 97.5%. So what I need to do to check this out, I need to check with my, that's not what I wanted to do, with my normal CDF. I need to figure out if I use normal CDF, my lower bound is negative infinity, my upper bound is 1.96, my mu is 0, and my sigma is 1. So my mean is 0, my standard deviation is 1. And if I use my calculator, type this in, gotta go 1.96, or not 1.96, 1.93. 1.93. I don't know why I was so insistent on 1.96, 1.93. Mu and sigma, it's gonna give me a probability or an area that is 0.973. So our probability is 0.973 or 97.3%. So that's if you're looking at less than. Less than's not too bad. Let's talk greater than. So if I wanted, let's say greater than 0.92. Greater than 0.92. That means I want to be to the right of 0.92 sigma. So I want to be to the right of here. Now I remember this is 50%, this is 34%. So I'm not going to be looking at that side. I'm looking at the other. This would be approximately 16%. I'm not quite at 1 sigma, so I'm going to have a little bit more than 16% over here. So what do? Well, my lower bound, if I'm going to the right-hand side, my lower bound is my 0.92. My upper bound is infinity. And if I type that into my calculator, 0.92, comma, infinity. 0 is my mean. My standard deviation is 1. I'm a little bit more than 16%. This answer for 36 should be 0.178. So this would be 0.1787 or 0.179. So there's a 17.9% chance, or probability is 17.9% that Z is greater than 0.92. In our last example, looking at something like 38, you've got your lower bound, you've got your upper bound, you just got to use your normal CDF with 0 and 1 for mu and sigma, and it's the same thing. So let me know what other questions you've got, send me an email, and I will see you tomorrow.